Here's a roughly 700-word script narration style for a YouTube detailed video about the 2026. We're stepping into a fresh chapter in the evolution of affordable utility vehicles with the 2026 Dacia Docker, a model that promises more than just basic transportation. Its return is about balance, blending practicality, modern design, and essential technology, while still preserving the no-frills spirit that made Docker a favorite in its early days. The exterior no longer feels utilitarian. A reorganized front fascia frames a sharper grille and slimmer LED headlights, giving it a more confident presence on the road. The contours along the body are cleaner, with subtle muscle lines around the wheel arches and a rising beltline that hints at strength rather than mere function. From the rear, a light bar spans the tailgate above the Dacia badge, and the optional roof rails and bold bumper treatments speak to a more versatile, rugged image. Inside, the transformation is clear. Hard plastics remain in places, but they're better textured and positioned in areas where durability matters most. Soft touch inserts around the dashboard and doors upgrade the feel where hands rest. A wide horizontal layout gives the cabin a sense of space, anchored by a touchscreen infotainment system in the center, likely in the 8 to 10-inch range depending on trim, complete with smartphone integration like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Behind the steering wheel sits a digital or semi-digital driver display, giving the Docker a more contemporary cockpit. Storage cubbies, deep door pockets, and practical trays abound, every surface designed to endure daily use rather than impress with luxury. Space is a core strength. The passenger version offers seating for 5, and the rear bench folds or tilts forward to expand the cargo area. With seats tucked away, the load volume swells dramatically. In van form, the Docker's rear can swallow up to several cubic meters of freight, with a longish cargo floor and wide rear doors that open fully, making loading easier. The front seat can fold flat too, extending usable length into the cabin. Payload targets remain competitive, letting small business owners, weekend warriors, or families carry bicycles, gear or goods without stress. Under the hood, Dacia draws from its broader Renault powertrain stable. Expect efficient petrol engines and perhaps a diesel variant in regions where that still makes sense. A 1.3 TCE turbo petrol unit of around 130 horsepower is rumored, balancing performance and economy. In markets still supporting diesel, a 1.5 Blue DCI may persist for its torque and fuel efficiency on long hauls. Transmission options will likely stick with manual gearboxes, though an automated or dual clutch option might appear in higher trims or certain markets. The chassis has been tuned for everyday usability. Suspension setup aims for compliant ride comfort over broken roads, while steering and body control emphasize steadiness without fuss. On the safety and tech front, the 2026 Docker steps up significantly. Advanced Driver Assistance Systems (ADAS) are no longer options but essentials. Forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assistance, and perhaps blind spot monitoring. Rear parking sensors or camera systems are standard in many trims, and a 360 degrees camera might appear in premium models. Automatic headlights, adaptive cruise control, and keyless entry are features that may filter downward through trim levels. Cabin comfort and convenience get support from climate control, better sound insulation, and maybe even ambient lighting in higher spec variants. Pricing is where the Docker must stay sharp. Its value proposition rests on offering more than bare essentials while undercutting rivals that target the same segment. Reports suggest pricing in Europe could begin around €23,000 for base versions, creeping higher for fully loaded models. For reference, early hints place the fully equipped models near €30,000. Region by region, local taxes, options, and powertrain choices may shift those figures, but the general strategy is clear. Provide maximum utility per euro spent. Driving experience leans toward the predictable and reliable side. Acceleration won't be sporty, but the engines are tuned to deliver usable torque low in the rev range. City maneuvering is aided by light steering and compact turning radius. On highways, the Docker feels planted but composed, with the suspension absorbing imperfections without distress. Wind noise and road intrusion aren't erased entirely, but improvements in sealing and materials make this Docker noticeably more insulated than its forebears. What's especially interesting is the flexibility of the platform. Some markets may see a camper or micro-camper adaptation of this Docker, turning it into a compact, tiny home on wheels. These conversions can include fold-out beds, storage modules, and modular interiors meant to slide in and out. The adaptability for utility, cargo, or leisure use helps broaden its appeal significantly. In sum, the 2026 Dacia Docker emphasizes substance over showmanship. It doesn't chase high-end prestige, but it does aim to be a smarter, more modern tool for people who care about utility, minimalism, and thoughtful upgrades. If Dacia executes well, maintaining dependability, offering region-appropriate powertrains, and managing pricing, the Docker could re-establish itself as a go-to option in affordable MPVs and light commercial vehicles. For many, it may become that balance where you get more than just enough without paying for unnecessary indulgences.